James Carvell, you know him?
Right.
Political guy?
Ice cream guy.
Yeah, ice cream guy.
No, not Carvell.
So anyway, you know he's bald.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're doing the show and everything's going smooth, and we go backstage, and it was, I think my movie was opening that night. I was inviting Jewel to go see it with a bunch of us because she's got big jugs.
She does.
Yeah, she's really
She's got
cute.
bad teeth too. Bad teeth and big jugs are great on
And a giant ass.
Yeah.
But they hide it. So anyway,
It sounds like Artie.
we're backstage. Wait a second. Yeah, Artie, I'll go out with you.
I have great teeth.
So wait a second. We go backstage, and all of a sudden she goes psycho. She turns around to James Carvell and she goes, "You, stop staring at my breasts. I know I have breasts. Stop staring at them." This is backstage, and I went, this chick's nuts. The guy wasn't doing anything to her.
No.
What do you think of that?
I laughed at you guys last week when you were playing her poetry.
Oh.
And just you played it for like 30 seconds, and then out of nowhere you just said, "Why didn't you write a poem about her jugs?" That's funny.
Because that'd be good.
That's very
right.
funny.
Anything good she wouldn't do. And now she's an actress, Jewel.
Who cares?
Snaggletooth.
Who cares?
You guys ever bang her?
Well, did I ever?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
in
at the
rehab
show once, and she goes, she saw me in the hall, and she goes, "Oh, I have the biggest crush on you."
She said that to you?
Yeah. So then she goes, "I'll see you at the party." So I go, "All right." So I show up at the party.
Right.
She's necking with a French dude.
I guess she had a crush on him, too.
Yeah, crap.
Yeah. I don't want you. Yeah, I know, because I thought I could get her.
Yeah.
She gives you that impression.
Really?
So that's why I said, hey, like, maybe come to the movie
That's right.
opening.
You were inviting her around.
And she said, okay, I'll go. And then, like, 2 seconds later, she goes into her room to change, and I guess her manager and stuff was there, and they straightened her out not to go with me. And she came back in, and she goes, "I'm sorry, I can't go. I just remembered I have to go to bed early."
She's a great excuse writer, too.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's terrible.
That was really a drag.
So she's blown all of you off.
Yeah.
I never met her.
Trust me, she ain't going with you.
I think I could close that deal.
You do, huh?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I just appreciate her poetry.
So don't you think that's kind of unprofessional during the making of Dirty Work that Bob Saget's dating one of the chicks in the movie? You're not supposed to do that.
I don't know if they were dating. Were they dating?
He took her to Lilith Fair.
I mean,
He was trying.
Saget was trying to date her.
You know what's so funny? Because he comes here and he's like, "Oh no, this divorce stuff is really hard.
It's very painful.
This is the funny part. Like he's like a real gentleman with women and everything.
Yeah.
So he'll go after them and after them and after them and wine and dine them, and then the girl will just have sex with the producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a big food chain on a movie.
Yeah.
It's hard for an actress, like from what I've seen, to pick. The goal is to pick who to have sex with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like who on the movie do you have sex with?
Exactly,
You have sex with your co-star? Can he get you something?
Right.
Do you have sex with the director?
And nobody gets them anything.
Right.
But they're just afraid that they might keep them out of other stuff.
Right. It's like a manager.
It's tough being.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough being an actress because you got to pick you got the producer, the director, and then you got Norm the star.
Right.
I mean, I'm like below the gaffer.
Yeah. But that's true because they always have sex with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough to deal with.
Did you guys get sex with anybody on the movie?
Nah, you got some massages from girls.
I had a bad experience with a hooker up there.
What do you mean? Where were you shooting? In Canada?
Toronto.
What? You did?
Did
Well,
you?
it was.
Oh, that girl.
What happened?
No, it wasn't. I mean, no, because I heard that. Do you know what?
Toronto supposedly has like the best looking strippers and everything.
There's this go-go place up there. Do you know what a blumpkin is?
No. You know what a blumpkin is?
No, but it doesn't sound good.
What's a blumpkin?
I could guess.
It's like it's kind of a sex act that a hooker does. That I heard.
Oh, man.
Does it involve your butt?
Yeah, well, my friend who's a cop told me. Because him and his buddies always.
So you asked for a blumpkin?
Yeah, and it costs in Canada.
Can
you explain it so that I don't get bleed?
He's on the toilet and.
Oh, you're on the toilet and somebody
pleasures him orally.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool to say. All right,
it is.
Yeah. So you're saying
Why
that
does somebody want that?
Jackie had that. He's into that too.
Well, I heard Jackie did.
A blumpkin is when a girl pleasures you orally while you're on the toilet.
Right.
Okay, go
but
ahead.
I never got one. I wanted to get one.
Right.
And
you wanted a blumpkin.
So I kind of asked.
How much do they charge for that?
That's that. Well, it's $250 Canadian.
And you don't have that kind of money.
No, I was getting per diem.
Right.
Only $6.
Well, why don't you go to Saget and ask him for more per diem?
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, that's true. I should have done that, actually.
Are you guys predicting a big hit with this movie? Is it very funny? I mean, let's be honest. Do people really go see this?
Have you seen it, Norm?
Yeah, I thought
Norm,
it was fun. It's funny.
You think it's good?
No, it's funny.
It is funny?
Yeah, it's got a lot of really good jokes.
I get the sense that you guys don't even know if it's funny or not.
No, it's really
You're like
funny.
dizzy from it.
No, I know that it's really funny, but I don't know. Who knows what's a hit? I don't know.
Right. You don't know if other people will find it funny.
Yeah, it depends on if people go and see it.
Have you shown it to other people? Have you tested it in front of an audience?
Yeah, they do testing.
They love it.
And
They went wild for it.
They do.
Testings because they just do it because it's they bring in these kids for the testing.
Right.
They bring in like a bunch of 13-year-olds.
Right.
And then they watch. You must have done this with your
We did
movie.
testing, yes.
And then so you watch the movie, and then you have to listen to these kids.
Focus group.
Tell you what's wrong with
Right.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And there's one guy goes, I was sitting in the back, and this black kid goes, man, I hated the part with Oprah. Man, I did not like that Oprah. And Oprah's not in the movie. And then afterwards, like, it turns out he was talking because there's an opera scene in the movie.
Oh, opera.
I do not like Oprah.
So he didn't like the Oprah scene.
I mean, all these guys are like making notes, and the next day a guy will phone you and go, what about this Oprah thing? We have to really decide. There's one dude, you know?
They say, hey, Oprah's a big star. We should keep her in. Why do you offer Blumpkins to everyone who goes to see the movie? Nancy, you're on the air.
Hi.
Norm MacDonald and Artie.
Hi.
Hi.
There you go.
Mr. Stern.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, come on.
Norm.
Yeah?
I used to be an intern at SNL. My name's Nancy, and
yeah.
I want to come to Norm's defense. I think he's hysterically funny.
Ah, that's
Leaving
nice.
SNL was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Well, let him be the judge of that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Remember that, Norm?
I thought you said you got fired from being an intern because you talked to Norm.
Yeah, I did. I got fired because I was talking to Norm. Can you believe this?
Do you remember an incident like this?
No.
Norm, you don't remember that, Norm?
Honey, you're taking an hour to get to the story, and I'm getting bored.
I was talking to Norm.
All right, Casey, you're on the air.
All right.
Hi.
Hi, Norm, you kick ass, first of all.
Right.
Where'd you get the idea for the movie?
Oh, yeah, that was me and my buddy Frank Sebastiano. I just thought it'd be a good idea for a revenge for hire business. I got no funny story for this.
Jim, you're on the air. It's true. Who cares? Who cares where you got the idea? He stole it. Hey, you're on the air.
Hello?
Jason, yeah.
Hey, Jason. How you doing? Howard.
Yeah.
Listen, I wanted to goof on him for a little bit, call him a fag.
Who?
But,
Who do you want to call a fag?
Norm.
Why is that?
Why? You think Norm's a fag?
Yeah, but now I'm kind of thinking I want to know what kind of sedative he's on, because he seems a little bit too mellow for me.
Oh,
Are you on any kind of drugs, Norm? I'm wondering if like you're on Prozac or anything.
I'm on the
You're on the
AZT.
Zantac.
AZT. You're on AZT?
Yeah.
I see.
It relaxes me.
And hey, I think that intern probably got fired because the conversation between her and Norm probably lasted about 4.5 hours, and she wasn't able to get the other stuff to the people.
That's funny.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
He's saying I'm a slow-talking fag.
No, it's slow talking fake. He's saying a fake.
A fag.
A fake.
All right, so let's see what other controversies you're in. What did I miss? So, okay.
Don Ohlmeyer.
Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
Who's a jack-off. I got to tell you what I think of this guy, and I am outraged. I said this the first day I read about it. You know, being a performer is a weird thing. I mean, to keep a career going is next to impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's scary when you lose your job. Don Ohlmeyer fires Norm in the middle of a season. If they had let you go during the summer, it would have been almost like it looked like you left and everybody left on good terms.
Right.
But they publicly embarrass you and say you're not funny.
Right.
As a performer, you got it. Like this guy, Don Ohlmeyer, when you say that, he's hiding behind the corporate guys. He's got a job with NBC. His job's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
As a performer, you got to fight back a little bit. So you say, hey, this guy, Don Ohlmeyer, what does he know? You did some pretty harmless stuff, quite frankly.
Yeah, and I just try. The tough thing is when you're put in that situation, you gotta be funny because you're a comedian. They put you in a situation where it's almost impossible to be funny.
Right,
you have
nothing
to
funny
answer
about it.
That's right.
Charges and stuff. But I never cared about that because I always he owns the cameras. You know what I mean?
Right.
A guy can. It's his place. So
He owns cameras.
So what is it? Yeah, he owns the cameras. So anyway, he's got a big important job.
Yeah,
so anyway,
he can fire you. You know.
Yeah, but he can fire you in a nice way.
The movie thing bothered me because I don't work for him anymore, and I don't know. That's
So anyway, then Norm's movie's coming out, and he says, you know what? Norm hasn't been nice to me. He can't advertise on NBC.
NBC, yes.
That's
That is
horrible.
mind-blowing.
That's dangerous.
That is dangerous.
You know?
But
And not only that, I read that he was also canceling Norm around at NBC affiliates around the country, so he couldn't even do local interviews.
is that true? Like you tried to do Live at 5?
Hey, I had like all these interviews I was going to do this week. You know, I was going to do Conan. I was going to do this Access Hollywood.
And Conan took that crap? He
everything.